Okay, we're going live. I want to make sure I can hear myself perfect. All right, let's wait for everything to pick up. It's going to be a fun. I'm also streaming on Kick. I decided why not. So that's gonna. I'm gonna get a kick out of that. There you go. All right. Let's confirm a few things are running. All right. Hope everyone's doing well. Sorry about that. I want to make sure everything is up and running. I seem to hear an echo everywhere. All right, now anyone who's watching on LinkedIn, I've been told the stream's a bit flaky. Jump over to YouTube. That seems to be the recommended stream. It's the most stable, as far as I'm aware. I don't know. I don't watch myself. All right, I'm going to close that. It's very annoying. All right, I seem to hear an echo everywhere. All right. We are just about to start. It's going to be a fun one. I'm looking forward to it. I hope everyone has their questions ready. And this is going to be more of a relaxed look at it because I just installed it to make sure it works and it installs. And yeah, we just need to have a little play with it. So we'll see. We'll see how this all goes. So that is, so just give me a moment to set everything up. Drupal. Okay, I'm just stopping everything. Oh, hello. Hello from Sweden. Hello, hello, hello. Hello, hello, hello. Okay. All right, just one moment. We'll be starting momentarily. And let me just prepare a few more things. I'm trying to do, again, many things at once. So, doing that one, that, and I have to select the right mic. Okay. Recording, recording, recording. No, this is going to be fun. This is going to be fun. All right. Recording there. Got that working. That's all working there. And finally, we can switch this over to main feed, switch that on. Just double check, make sure it's all working. Perfect. And I just want to, yep. All right. Done. Going to be, just look away for a second while I sort this stuff out. What are we doing? Sudo build. There we go. All right. So we will be setting things up. Done. All right. Let's get going. So as I mentioned, this is just a relax. If you have any questions, chuck them at me. I'll do my best to answer them. And yeah, first time look at it. All right. All right. So oh, and by the way, I am streaming on Kick as well. So it's good to know that there's somebody on Kick. I'm just trying to be everywhere. All right. So let's get things going. Hello and welcome to this live stream. Today we're going to be talking about and taking our first look at Drupal CMS. Now, if this is all new to you and you're thinking, wait a minute, there is Drupal, what's CMS? What is this all about? I will explain it, but essentially we're going to take a look at the beta version of Drupal CMS. And I noticed this, I'll take my headphones off because I don't need them anymore. I noticed this when Dries Boytart, who is the Drupal project lead, and also I do believe he's still the project lead and the founder, he actually posted a blog post on his site about installing Drupal CMS. Now, I've known about Drupal, or the whole new Drupal CMS and things like that for a while, but it's good to see that there is a beta. And so I just want to give a shout out to his blog post because this is what actually inspired me to have a look at it and be like, all right, this is coming along. This actually explains pretty well how to set it up using DDEV. So that's what we're going to do today. Okay, we're going to go through these steps. Well, it's pretty much similar-ish steps. And we're going to install DDEV. Well, no, we've already installed it because it's going to take too long. And you don't want me to run Homebrew because that takes about 10 minutes to run. And then we're going to just have a look through the site and just get a feel of what it's all about. Because this is, I believe, one of the biggest changes in Drupal that's coming along. So let me, to kind of prime you along and to figure out, okay, what is this Drupal CMS? I thought we have Drupal. Let's quickly go through a bit of a history and take, just a few minutes to explain it before we jump into things. So do I want to say last year? No, it was probably a while ago. The Drupal initiative, Drupal Starshot initiative was announced. No, it was this year, actually. It was this year. The Drupal Starshot initiative was announced. And this is kind of like a big initiative to kind of push Drupal forward. And the actual Starshot initiative is actually has a whole bunch of components. And you can see here on the right-hand side, you have the automatic updates, UX, experience builder, project browser, recipes, trial experience, marketing resources. And I'm not going to go through all of this. And there is a lot of information. And I think Dries has done 2 Dries notes about it. And so if you want to learn more about this stuff, just head over or search for Drupal Starshot, and you'll find the most recent one, I think Barcelona, and Drupal Combust Learner, where he talks about it and shows a whole bunch of stuff. But one of the things that came out of it was that Drupal needs to have a out-of-the-box solution. Because, let me just move the mic up. It's going to be loud. I do apologize over the audio. There we go. Now, the current issue with Drupal is that you install it, and then what? And Dries actually brought this up, and it is a valid point. You install Drupal, and then you need to jump on the command line and use Composer and deal with Composer dependencies and it complaining that you're installing an alpha or a beta version, but your Composer is not set up. And so there is a bit of you do hit a bit of a roadblock right now with Drupal when you install it. However, this Starshot initiative was developed to kind of take Drupal to the next level, I believe. And so one of the first things was to have a pre-packaged version of Drupal. And this is where we have Drupal CMS. And so Drupal CMS is a packaged version of Drupal, kind of like an installation profile, kind of like a distribution, but using recipes, which is the new version of like config and a better version of installation profiles and distributions, because Drupal's had these things for a very long time. I believe Dries himself even talked about distributions oh, even before 2010, but it never really took off because maintaining upstream changes and things like that is very difficult. And I do think that with config, yes, config has come a long way. I actually did have an issue today with config, funny enough, but I do believe it is getting better. Okay, it is getting better. And I do hope that with recipes, you will be able to just pick functionality kind of off a app store or something and say, okay, I want this, download it, run it, and you're done. So think of Drupal CMS as kind of like a packaged version of Drupal that you can install, and it comes with a theme. Well, Drupal comes with a theme, a front-end theme and a back-end theme, but it also comes with a whole bunch of contrib modules installed, and that's the key. Right now, if you install Drupal, there are no contrib modules. But with this, it comes packaged with contrib modules, and that's the big difference. All right, so we have another hello from YouTube. Well, hello and welcome from YouTube. If you have any questions, just chuck them in. I'll do my best to kind of answer them and talk at the same time. So tonight, what I want to do is just take a first look at this Drupal CMS together with you all, and we can experience and see what it's like and have a play with it. And hopefully things work. Hopefully. Because, live demos, they never go wrong. Yeah, we'll see. All right. So as I mentioned, I am going to follow the steps here, except for this part. And that is, I'm not going to clone the latest code because I cloned this yesterday and I gave it a test and it worked. Because in the past, and this has happened to me in the past, when I've actually cloned a repo that was part of a presentation, in between the time when I tested it and I actually did the presentation, somebody committed something and then it broke things. Yeah, it wasn't a good experience. All of a sudden, things breaking. So what I'm going to do is simply just clone or just copy an actual folder, make it easier. All right. So what we're going to do is you first want to install DDEV. And what DDEV is, that is a distribution, well, it's a development environment, Docker-based development environment for PHP. So it's not Drupal specific. So you can run Laravel, WordPress, any type of PHP system, really. But the good thing is that I do believe the Drupal community has kind of standardized on this and said and officially endorsed it. Whereas in the past, you've had Lando as well, which works well. And then you also have DDEV. And in my experience, DDEV has been the most stable, especially on a Mac. Generally, for my live streams, I don't use a Docker-based environment because it is a little too slow, and I've been burnt in the past on a slower Intel Mac, of course, with very slow environments, and there's nothing more annoying than trying to get Drupal to work and you're live. But I think now with like the Apple Silicon, it is pretty quick. And the Docker-based environments on a Mac are much faster. But I have actually been thinking of running a virtualized Ubuntu. And I've heard that running Docker in a virtualized Ubuntu, running like VMware or something, is even faster than running Docker on like native Apple Silicon. Crazy. Yeah, anyway. Maybe I'll do a video about that in the future. Who knows? Who knows? So I've already gone ahead and set up DDEV. It is pretty straightforward to set up. It's available on Windows, Mac, Windows, Linux, even the cloud. And if you're running on a Mac, just run brew, homebrew. But if you've used homebrew in the past, it updates all packages whenever you run it, and it takes about 10 minutes to run. It's annoying. It's annoying, seriously. All right, so I've already gone ahead and done that, and let's jump over to my command line. So what I'm going to do, and oh, before I mention that, okay, there are actually two versions of Drupal CMS. So you have the first one, which is a packaged solution. So this gives you all the modules and vendor directory already set up and downloaded. So you just download the zip file. And if I take a look here, so let's have a look at our folder. I hope you can see that. Have Drupal CMS, and yeah, you have the whole vendors and things like that, and all the recipes. Whereas this Git one is where we have the actual, where it's just Git, and it goes ahead and downloads it using Composer, but Lando takes care of it. So what I'll do, let me jump over here, and I will first of all copy the Git version. So we'll call this one live, and just clone it. Cool. Then let's go into there. And what we can do is first of all run Lando, I believe, start. So if you do type in just Lando, oh, sorry, not, sorry, let me start again. Now, I'm saying Lando because I just watched the Formula One sprint qualifying, so I do apologize for that. Oh, no spoilers, I'm not going to mention who came first in that. Anyway, so if you type in DDEV, you can see the commands available here. And what I'm going to do is just run DDEV start. And it's going to go ahead and start downloading all the packages. Well, it should be cached. And it should work, hopefully. We don't have any issues. In the past, it's kind of failed sometimes. Yeah. This is my most worrying time right here. Maybe I should check my heart rate on my watch. Because it's like, is it downloading? Is it downloading? Isn't it downloading? We'll see. We will see. So just give it a second. Oh, there we go. So it's gone ahead and it's essentially running Composer install. Now, if we were to download the zip file, as I mentioned, you would get all of this stuff. So it's going to run it. It also, this is, the Git version is if you want to contribute as well. So it does have a lot of extra development features in there, like Cypress, for example, for end-to-end testing. And it does, I do believe, like, yeah, node install. Oh, it's interesting, they're using Cypress. I was under the impression Cypress isn't the flavor of the month when it comes to these testing environments. It's, what is it, Playwright. Anyway, that's all right. I've played around with Playwright. It's pretty good. All right. Oh, of course. Of course. I spent a bit of a story time. I spent 3 weeks on like 18 similar Drupal sites trying to fix up node vulnerabilities. And it is a bit of a relief to see that no matter what, you're always going to have some package that has some vulnerability. Oh, anyway, all right. So now everything is running, and you can see here we do have this URL right here. We can, I do believe, run DDEV status, and this is going to give us a bit more information. And you can access things through different paths and ports. Things can get a little tricky if you do have other environments. Let me just grab this and make sure this is working. All right, it is. Cool. All right. So we get this nice little look at this. Drupal CMS. This is a very good looking installation. All right, so we have a comment. Oh, started a government position, new job as a Drupal developer. Starting Monday, had to move. Wish me luck. Well, good luck with your new job. Well, you had to move. That's a bit of a change. But yeah, good luck with your new job. It's kind of funny. I feel like Drupal's got a bit of become popular again. I don't know, maybe PHP in general has become popular, especially Laravel. Yeah, I do believe I always see those memes about what Drupal. I thought it was dead. I remember people saying that about 10 years ago. Well, no, good luck with your job. I do hope you have a good luck with all of that. So here we've got this nice little installation. Now, before we jump into this, let me just quickly go through a few more commands here. So if you type in DDEV, so DDEV start is to start it. You do have, I believe, DDEV list. This will list out all the available sites. DDEV logs will show you the logs. DDEV stop will, of course, stop it. You do have, I'm going to say DDEV a lot, PHP-MyAdmin, or that. All right, you can run PHP-MyAdmin. That's pretty cool. MySQL to access MySQL. What else? Launch. I do believe it launches the website in the current browser or your default browser. Debug, Composer. And if you do want to access things like Drush, you just type in DDEV Drush. And so that will run it from within the container. Well, you're not going to run it from here because generally you'll do something like this, but then does that kind of work? No, it doesn't. Oh, it does. Okay. Well, maybe that would work. There you go. Learn something new, eh? Oh, okay. That does work. Huh. But yeah, if you type in Drush, it's the same thing. What else? What else? What else? If you want to turn on Xdebug, just turn on Xdebug. It does run slower, so I highly recommend that you only run it when you have to. Just the whole site performance is much slower when you run Xdebug because it has to do a lot more things. Uh, export database, that is very useful when you want to just export and make sure you don't lose changes. That's about it. Anyway, if you want to learn more about DDEV, so if I do have a link up here. Yeah, if you come to the docs, search the docs and usage, I believe. There is a good CLI commands, this one. Yeah, there's a whole bunch of them. Just check it out. CLI, this is one. Yeah, you do have a bunch of them. Yeah. So I do highly recommend that you check it out. All right, so let's go here and let's install Drupal CMS. So now we've got this nice little, what are your top goals? Oh, that's interesting. Skip. I wonder if this actually pings back, like pings to a remote server. Well, I assume so. This would go back to Drupal so they can track this. All right. So what are we doing? Blog, SEO, forms. Next. My awesome site. Yeah, why not? My awesome site. And click on next. All right, it's loading. It's loading. I always get a bit worried when it just sits here loading. Give it a moment. Need a bit of background music. All right. And hopefully it's going to install right about now. Must be doing something in the back end. Give it a moment. Oh, there we go. There we go. Oof, got close. What's my heart rate at this point? All right. It's gone ahead and it is installing. We have liftoff. Get it? Starshot liftoff. Anyway, I will stop. All right. So let's give that a moment to install. And it is going to go. And what in the meantime, what I will do is I will bring up the code base so I can see it, so we can see the actual code. There we go. Look too much. All right, cool. Jump back here. Oh, here we go. All right, so we're redirected straight away into the back end. All right. So, interesting. They are using the Gin theme. Huh. Okay. Oh. So I'd be curious to know what's going to happen with our current Claro admin theme. I liked Claro. I like Gin as well. Oh, anyway, all right, that's good. All right, so straight away we have some type of dashboard right here. Okay, edit layout, dashboard. This is standard. Okay, all right, not bad, not bad, not bad. We can come along in here. We can add blocks. You know, let me chuck in another. Oh, there we go. I can move that to the top here. Look at that. And then click on save. All right, cool. Wait, where'd the dashboard go? Oh, wait a minute. I'm redirected there. Okay. Oh, okay. All right, we're back here. All right. Okay. This is good. Not bad, actually. All right. So we've got a nice little dashboard. Now, on the front end, we have Olivier. Is that a... Okay, so it's a custom one. Wait, no, Claro's there, but Gin's installed. Okay. All right. Okay. We've got that. And then we go on the front end. This looks just standard, just different color. But other than that, it's looking good. All right. Let's make our way. So we have shortcuts. Cool. Create a blog. A basic page, blog, form. Is this web? Oh, this is web form. Okay, comes with web form installed. Nice, nice. I do like that. That's a good choice. Web form is the top, one of the top product-based modules. And what I mean by that, and I've brought this up many times before, is that it's one of the few modules where you install something and you get a product. Most modules in Drupal are some type of library or some framework or something around that. Then we've got that, and got a few other shortcuts, redirects. Okay, so these are just basic shortcuts. Okay, cool. Document, add a YouTube video. I assume this goes to media. Yep. And document, it goes to documents. This goes to add block, our page not found. That's fine. That's probably should go to... Where are the blocks? Oh. Create sidebar block. Block content. Where is the block content? What is it? Blocks? Anyway. Oh, anyway. Remember, this is beta, okay? Now, one other thing I noticed up here. Oh, they are using... Oh, nice. The go-to button. Block navigation. This, I believe, is coffee. Coffee module. Not coffee, but a module called coffee, which is a little pop-up. What is it? What are they called? Where you can type things in, similar to like what's the Spotlight or Alfred on a Mac. Is that coffee? Yeah, that should be coffee. I'm sure it is. Use user interface. Yes, it is coffee. All right. Oh, that's good. Very good. This is very useful because you can just jump into, say, what is a basic, page, do that stuff. which is pretty good. All right. So far, so good. It comes with a pretty decent amount of defaults, a very good amount of defaults, which is good. Because one thing I do think about uh, is that people, we've had distributions in the past. And the good thing about Drupal is that you can build anything you want. So often people, people just start with a blank Drupal site. So I will be curious to see you know, how well this is picked up, because you do have this fine line where you don't want to be too opinionated, but you want to offer a decent amount of base functionality. So I can see here straight away on the right-hand side, okay, we do have simple XML sitemap, which is great, that you would use. You have URL aliases with generate automatic HTML your URL alias, which means path auto is installed. I did see what is it? Redirect. You have redirect. Now, all of these modules, 9 times out of 10, they will be installed on my Drupal site. Absolutely, they're going to be installed on my Drupal site. Then we've got web form. There's a high chance you're going to have web form installed, which is great. So you can see that there are a decent amount of defaults, which is great, which is absolutely great. I do like that. All right, let's go ahead and actually create a blog post. So here, test blog, put a description. Hello. Oh, thank goodness. Finally using media module and not just an image field. That's good. Okay, media field. Awesome. I'm liking it. We can select that. And what is this? What is this? SEO, SEO, SEO. Which module is this? And is this, well, let me zoom that out. Oh, that's a bit too big. Is this meta tag module? Huh. I'm keen to see what that is. Because yeah, I'm discovering this stuff as we go. Oh, it's not. Interesting. Why didn't they install meta tag module? So they must add that into the template somehow and inject it. Interesting. Okay. It's an interesting design choice. Yeah. I mean, it's perfectly valid. Especially if you just want to add in a title, image, and description, which is used for a lot of like the Twitter cards. Well, they're not Twitter anymore, whatever it's called, X cards, and things like that. What's the Facebook one called? O embed? No, it's not. Oh, anyway, I forgot. So that is an interesting design choice, but no, that's good. We still have good old body field with the formatted long width summary. Good old Drupalism. You got to keep that kicking. And then description is the description. Okay. It's a nice default right there. Let's go to basic page. Again, same set. All right, that's good. And it's pretty much exactly the same. All right. We've done that. Let's create. Well, all right. Test. What is it? Put in some test content. And we'll click on save. Save is up the top here, I believe. Yep. Save. All right. Simple. Now let's take a look at the editor. Nice. Standard stuff. This is media library. Great. So we can embed. Perfect. Good choice. Do these work? Yes, they do. Okay, nice. I do like that. And if I select a link, oh, I think they are using, that should be link it, right? Take a quick look. Is it link it? Link module, link it. Good. That's another good one. Oh, and they've got exposed filter as well. All right, that is good. That is very good. So they've set that up. We've got our nice little link, and it links to itself. All right, fine. All right. So when it comes to the editor, yeah, I mean, things are looking pretty straightforward. You have your standard set. Things are looking good. What else? Up the top here, we have publish, save, preview. This, oh, that's a bit of a, might be hard to find. This delete. Okay. We also have the ability to duplicate. Okay. All right. Nice functionality. Dupe. And click on save, and it is duplicated. Okay, you are duplicating. All right, and it is duplicated. All right, fair enough. Okay, that's okay. That's decent right there. We do have a trash. Okay, interesting. So wait a minute. If I go delete, are you sure you want to delete this? Then it will move it to the trash. You can just, oh, okay. This is different. It's funny enough. I actually worked with somebody who deleted a whole bunch of pages and then asked if I can just get it back from the trash. And I had to explain to him that no, once it's deleted, it's deleted. So this is actually pretty cool. All right, so one comment from YouTube: can you make it so the text color can be changed? That is a good question. No. Now I do believe there might be a module that can do that. There might be a Drupal module. But generally, I would probably try and create a style where you can apply a style and change a color. Because as soon as you start letting editors change text colors, they just go in and they just change it, and it sets the color as a style. But I do believe that there is, what is it? Drupal CKEditor color picker. Color button, color dialog. Have a look, shall we? Oh, here you go. And it's, oh, okay. Well, decent amount of installs. Not Drupal 11. Well, has been updated for a while. And this one's been updated as of the 14th. All right. Interesting. Colored. You know what? This might be a nice little short video for me to do. And then we have here. What's this one? Yes, you're going to get editors. I'm just replying to a comment in YouTube. Yeah, you're going to get editors asking for that functionality because they want to change it. But the issue is, when you allow them to change colors, they're going to go through and start changing colors absolutely everywhere. And if you need to then change those colors in the future across 20 odd pages, it's all hard coded in the markup. Whereas if you give them a style, if you try and get them to adhere to a style, which is just a class, then at least you can then change the color in the future because the class won't change. So generally what I've done in the past is I've added like a style from here with old, you'll call it primary, secondary, info, warning, and it just changes the color based off that. And then they can come along in here and select warning, info, or even just give it the color name. because then in the future, all you need to do is just go in and change that color to something else, because they will ask for that functionality. And then 6 months later, they'll be like, oh, by the way, can we easily change all of the text that's red to orange? And then you're kind of stuck thinking, well, we can do it, but it's going to require migration work and, epic amount of regex or something like that. So just be aware of that. But I'll take a look at this CKEditor and color dialog box. Oh, dialog. Works, it's been updated. I assume this is it. Is required, need a... Oh, you can embed icons. That looks good. That looks good. All right. All right. So all in all, so far, so good. Everything's looking pretty decent. I do like this trash. I'll be curious to see how this actually... Oh, we go purge. Does that delete it? That deletes it forever. Interesting. Let me have a look. What is it? DDEV, MySQL. Let's have a look at the table, because I'm curious to see. What is it? Show tables. I would assume it's... So there is no field called trash. So chances are it's a property on here. Select. Oh, deleted. All right, there we go. That's what I want. So that would be, so select NID, title, deleted. That's set to null. Now, if I come along in here, chances are that null gets turned into something. So let me delete this. Then come along in here. Oh, there you go. Oh, it just sets the timestamp. That's how it tracks it to see if it's been deleted. All right. That's simple. All right. So that is a nice little feature. That is a nice little feature. This trash. I wonder if that's an actual module. I've only ever had one person have that issue in the past about the trash bin, but that is nice, because everyone is used to having some type of trash bin, or trash or a bin or whatever you want to call it. So it's good to see that, yeah, that's been implemented. All right, let's make our way through. Email template. So okay, so it looks like they're using some type of emailer. That's fine. All right, so let's go to extend. Oh, we have the project browser. This allows us to browse projects. This is part of the initiative. You can see what's been installed. Very nice. Very, very nice. It is a little slow, but I guess he needs to download it all. Select. And then we come along. Oh, this is actually very, very good. I remember playing with this ages ago. Why is it showing rules? Is there a Drupal? I'll be curious to see. All right, let me select a module and see if it actually installs. Panels, old school. Focal point, feeds. Well, let's have a look at them. Let's have a look at the current modules that are here. So let me go web, modules. I want to install something that I know isn't in here. All right, so feeds isn't in here. All right, let's see if this works. Select feeds. And where is the install? What do I do now? Oh, down here, bottom. All right. Oh, bit of a bug there. But that's right. This is still beta. Installing. Is it going to actually install it? Failed to run. Oof, okay. All right, that's all right. That's all right. It's trying to... Failed to run. Why is that? Output error. Let's take a look. I've got a feeling that... Well, tonight's not going to be a good night. I can't install it. Let's have a look. Maybe it's because it's complaining about this. All right. Let me think of a module that's stable. Let's try, well, let's try this one. I just want to see if it's going to download. Because it's complaining about the platform. So no, it's not installed. Give this a go. What's it called? Oh no, color button. I'm going to be able to find it. Searching, it's searching, it's searching, and let's go back to the front. Let's go back. Okay, let's do this. CKEditor color. See if it picks up this module. All right, we're getting there, getting there, getting there. Why is it? Oh. Oh, okay. All right. So you can see, yeah, it requires... All right. Give me a module that's not installed. Where does this go? Where does this go? Can I actually see dependencies, dependencies? I don't want to... Compatible with your installation. Yes, I know. But I want to... Oh, there we go. There we go. Oh, sorry about that. I want to see a stable version for 11. All right, cool. Let's install this one. Select. All right, select, and let's go install. Why is it installing now 2 projects? Does it actually download it? All right, let's just do this again. Let's have a quick look and see if it actually downloaded it. No, it didn't. Oh, that's a shame. Anyway, well, that is good to know that in the future, so chances are it's probably has to pull in here somehow. I've got a feeling that it is this stability causing the problem. Anyway, we'll see. If that's the case, when this can be sorted out, that's going to be a game changer, honestly. It's going to be an absolute game changer. All right. So far, so good. Okay. So this is still a work in progress, but you can see, okay, it's going at like this project browser is a big initiative. I can imagine it is a massive initiative. All right. Then we have these recipes. Now, I mentioned this earlier on. So recipes is this new thing where it's kind of like config import 2.0 where you can ship functionality between Drupal sites. I always thought of it as features. Who remembers features? Put your hand up if you remember features. It is essentially like that. So features in Drupal 7 was massive. I used it on pretty much every single site to track config changes. And it worked so well. It was great. You could just ship features. You could ship functionality between sites. and it worked pretty well. So, it was a precursor to config management. And so these recipes are just your config defined as YAML files. So here you can see the recipes, and they are just modules. That's my understanding. I've been wanting to actually sit down and get a proper understanding of recipes and do a proper video about it, like here. But if we take a look here, we can see that we do have these Drupal recipes, Drupal CMS starter, blog events, pulls this stuff down. These, I believe, would be, let's see, are these actual projects on Drupal.org? They are. Okay. So then we come along in here and it's empty. Why is it empty? Where's the actual code stored? Oh, interesting. Okay. Got a lot to learn. I've got a lot to learn. And if we go here, we can see, what is it, recipes? And we can see the actual recipes here. Let's take a look at blog. You have recipe.yaml. So this defines the actual, so install, that will be the modules. And then these are the actual config that needs to be imported. Okay. You have tests, standard, content. This must be default content. Okay. And actually down installs default content. I wonder if you can just set up a Drupal site, run a command, and it generates this for you. Because the last thing I want is to be fiddling with these YAML files and mucking around with that. And then you have your actual config. Oh, okay. So I wonder what the actual workflow to actually build these would look like. Would you build a Drupal site, have one Drupal site where you're building out this functionality, do a config export? Let's say, for example, this view. Oh no, you can actually export it out in the back end. So you could come, what is it? You could come here, build out your view. I don't like the fact I can't, oh no, I can go to configuration. All right, good, I can go to configuration. Take me to configuration. And then where is config sync? You can then come along in here. Single. So if you want to export a specific view and then select your view and then just copy all that, you can see it's a massive amount. Anyway, yeah, that's big. And then of course you would remove the UUID. So I assume that's how you would do it. But then you really need to know exactly which YAML files need to be exported out. And that can be a bit of a pain with fields, because I know fields has a base field. So if you create one field, you have a base field YAML, an instance, and then you have the manage display YAML, manage form display. Yeah, you have a lot of config. You'll be yelling at the YAML for that. Yeah, okay. All right. I do have to start building out some actual functionality like that. That would be actually pretty cool. All right, let's go back here. So you can see that the recipes are all in here. And then everything is, we do have the core recipe. So you really do have to break things out, eh? And then that pulls in. Interesting. Easy email. Starter. And let me guess. Then starter pulls in all the other ones as well. Okay. All right. So now let's install one of these actual recipes. I'm starting to get a little hungry now talking about recipes. All right, let's install one of these. Events. Well, that's the only one. All right, let's install events. All right. I click down, install down, right down at the bottom. Installing. It's not downloading anything, so it should technically work. Oh, okay, cool. That installed. Awesome. Now, if I go to content, I see event. There we go. And if I go to create, I see an event. Nice. Test event. And you've got your stuff here. Okay, that works. Nice. All right. That is good. That is good. That is good. That is good. All right. Let's now take a look at the rest of the configuration. So we have capture. Nice. Autos, form save. That must be some helper module, coffee, easy breadcrumb, consent manager, anti-bot, crop types. Oh, okay, that's pretty cool. Focal point. Hey, I like that module. Very useful module for focusing on the focal point. And we have SEO checklist, robots.txt, meta tag. Oh, we do have meta tag here. So you could install meta tag node and then you have a module. And then you have, sorry, the field. Sort that out. All right, meta tags there. Very good. Shortcuts, navigation. All right. Geocoder. Where did that come from? I assume the event is using that. Symphony Mailer Lite, that's good. Huh. Geocoder, geo address field. What dependency is required by? SSS, it's required, but I want to know who is actually using that. So like which module is using that? Address? Is it address field? Address is there. Geocode address. Oh, okay. Oh. Because, let me have a quick look. Geocode is used by, oh, there we go. Locations. So it is used by the CMS locations. A recipe. And, but how can you see if it's installed, the recipes? That is what I want to know. Because I can't see that recipe here. All right, so if I come along in, so that's the name, but I can't see the recipe. But I can't see the recipe in here, you know what I mean? Unless it's got some other dependency. Oh, okay. All right, that's fine. Now, I did notice if you go to configuration, we do have this ECA right down at the bottom. I don't know if you can see it. But this is this events, conditions, and actions. So this allows you to create kind of like workflows similar to like what rules allowed you to do. But you can create it yourself. Okay, cool. So what is this used for? Authentication redirects. So if we click on edit, we can see here the event user logs out, back to login after. Okay, that's a pretty simple one. Then we have duplicate content. All right, come along in here. All right, this is interesting. I've played around with ECA. I wouldn't say I'm an expert in it, but I've played around with it. But this is very interesting. I did not know you can do it this way. So this duplicate, so this duplicate button, and also here, is powered by this. Huh, that's interesting. I would honestly think that they were using the duplicate module for that. Wait, clone, duplicate? Wait a minute. Replicate. There's a few modules. No, they're not. Interesting. I did not know you can do that with ECA. So I can see here that there is a operations link. So this operations link must be called for this, and then you can chuck in a link and just add it in there. That is, I did not know you can create. So this link here on the right hand side was created without writing any custom code. Huh. See, this is why I like open source things, and you know, you can just download it, install it, and have a play with it, and you learn how to build things. That's how I learned how to code, because I could look at the code. That is awesome. Oh, I think my mind has been blown that you can do all of that. I would write code. I would straight away and just write code to handle that. And then for this after local, so this, sorry, what is it? Alter. I hope you can see that in the stream. You should be able to see it, but this says alter local task. So that is these up the top here. Huh. That is awesome. So loads it up. Yeah, this is interesting. What's this? Clone existing duplicate clone. But what is this? Is this a clone an existing, and then you put in a operation which is create. So they have to have create access, I assume. Entity is accessible, and the link, and this is, oh, here it is. See, I would not know to do this unless I actually see it in action. So then if I chuck in duplicate and hit save, this should change. Ha! Whoa, that's awesome. That is awesome. And this will also change as well. I've just now figured out that I can just use ECA to just modify a whole bunch of stuff in Drupal without touching any code. That is absolutely awesome. Whoa. Or as Keanu Reeves says, ugh. That's cool. That, bravo, bravo. Whoever came up with that. Because, I've looked at, what is it, Drupal ECA. It's a pretty full-on module. I've played around with it. I've done a video where I've integrated with Open, like a short one with Open AI. But if you take a look at, these things, sometimes it can be, the documentation is it's a bit hard to follow along and see what's actually happening. We have loops, modelers, plugins, access, endpoints, events. Yeah, I mean, this doesn't, like, it kind of explains. You really do need to spend the time mucking around with it and just getting your head around it. Because a lot of this stuff is like, okay, what is this stuff? Render block. Oh, wait a minute. Okay. Let's go back here. General, add link, template, machine name, build after. All right, this is absolutely awesome. All right, so okay, so that adds the link. Then I guess, oh, I did not know you can add in multiple. So then this one is actually then used to create the duplicate. So here we've got prepare, let me close this. Prepare entity form, okay. Load entity ID query argument. So that means chances are there's an argument. Yeah, there we go. So duplicate equals, and then the 6, which is the ID. That's the ID. Load original. Entity. So this makes heavy use of tokens. Then we come along in here. This just sets the message, and then this one goes ahead and duplicates it. So cloning existing. So that means if I come along in here, is there a clone? Oh, okay. All right. Okay. Now I'm picking up what you're putting down. All right. So then this action, clone existing, is that. All right. Cool. I really need to get my head around this stuff and have a play with it. This stuff's pretty cool. All right. That is cool. That is absolutely cool. All right. Whoa. I've learned a lot. See, I always love to just play around with things and just learn new things. That is absolutely awesome. Can we duplicate this? Export. Oh, export as recipe. Interesting. I want to see what happens. Oh. All right. I want to see what happens. Test. Namespace. Yeah. Where is this going? Temp directory. Do we have access to the temp directory? Somewhere here. Come on. Should have it. Is that in? I need to make sure. No. I want to. Where is the temp directory? That is a good question. Where is it? Let's have a quick look. All right. Temp/temp. Ugh. It's on the actual it's in the container. So what would that be? SSH/temp. It will be in here. Wait, no, not there. Oh, wait, is it? Yes, it'll be in here somewhere. Up here. So if I now run this, export. It's exported, right? Ooh, recipes. There we have it here. There we go. Config. We have Vim. Oh, we do. No, we don't. All right. No, it actually develops a full recipe for that. And then we have look, cat. That's that. Okay. In config, what's there? Oh, let's have a quick look. ECA. Okay. Now, it'll be even better if I can get this out. Let's do that again. And let's get that into the file system. So that would be, let's do this one. Right. All right. Test. Duplicate. Or public. Actually, chuck in public. It's fine. Save. Oh, there we go. All right, nice. So we have our recipes here. How to run it. Require ECA. Nice. We can run it that way. We've got this here. Then we have our actual, oof. Oh, it stores everything in like this XML. Interesting. What's the difference between this? Oh, so this is the model. Oh, this must be the actual. So that must be this modeler, this actual UI thingy here. And then the actual operations are here. Oh, that's pretty easy to understand. And then this references, I would assume, if we then take a look at it to R, BCA, take a look. I should have really opened this up in PHP Storm. There must be some type of. It's in there. Ah, it's a shame. It's got to be in here. Wait, where I search this stuff? Plugins, actions, events. Oh, it's got to be in here somewhere. Anyway, all right. No, this is actually pretty good. This is good stuff. This is very, very good stuff. It's good to have this ECA because you can create some pretty powerful, powerful things. Oh, email log. Oh, nice. Huh. You can do this stuff as well. All right. So for everyone who's watching, I mean, what are your thoughts? Chuck them in the comments about all of this. So interesting. Yeah, there are a few things. Some of the things that caught my eye. The trash bin, that you can just trash content. ECA is used. Project browser is used, which is good. I am surprised that, yeah, we are using Gin, but I do like the theme. Don't get me wrong, the backend theme is pretty cool. I'm not going to lie to you. It is pretty cool. All right. Well, let's just wrap it up there. That's a wrap for this video. So if you have any questions, just send them over now. I will stay after once I wrap things up. Once I wrap it up. Okay. Oh, can it actually in? Oh, there is stuff here. All right. So if you do want to help out and play around with all of this, find the, what is it, Drupal CMS. Go to Drupal _CMS. And, oh, no, wait, this is the Git. GitLab. Let's go here, drupal.org/project/Drupal CMS. Go check out the code. Where's the documentation for this? No, that's not it. Contribution. This is the one. You can come along in here and see everything that's available. What can be set up. You can create. Oh, okay, so you can create your own recipes. Okay, that's pretty cool. That is actually pretty cool. So you can go ahead and create your own recipes. All right. Oh, a comment from YouTube. Yeah, the first time This is the first time I see ECA module. Yeah, like the ECA module is pretty cool. I've known about it for a while, and I've been wanting to do a video on it, but I kind of need to sit down and learn it. And I've 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 attempted multiple tries on setting it up, and I've always kind of hit a brick wall. You really need to get a good understanding of it. But no, it is a good module. It is a good module. All right, let's just wrap things up. So that is it. Thank you so much for coming. If you want to learn more about Drupal, head over to webwash.net. And also check out our other live streams. We have them in they're all on YouTube. You just click on live, you'll see all of the streams there available. And if you have any questions or comments, leave them below the video. And if you have any ideas for future videos, please let me know. Anyway, thanks for joining, and I'll catch you all next time. Okay. Well, that was actually pretty cool. That is actually pretty cool. So far, yeah, I'm pretty impressed with bring this up. I am pretty impressed. No, thank you. Thanks for joining. Thank you for joining. No, this stuff's pretty good. I really do hope that I'm just having a quick look. I really do hope, these people do take all this stuff on and start building a lot of sites with it, because it does look pretty good. And yeah, I mean it's pretty full on. You kind of forget what Drupal can do. You do kind of forget what it can do. And no, it's good stuff. It is good stuff. All right, so before I head off, throw your questions at me. Throw them all at me. What's Drupal? Drupal sucks. Why is Drupal still around? I thought Drupal was dead. No, I'm joking. I do get those occasional comments. All right, so coming back to Drupal from 6.7, do you have any videos on recommended base module stack? Well, that's a tough one. Depends. Oh, base module stack. Depends what you're really doing. I mean, the most important thing is to just look at or have a play with this. I mean, this will give you a good idea of the most popular modules in Drupal, of what's in Drupal CMS. The thing is, though, you do have to deal with you have to deal with like different versions of Drupal. So some modules may be available for Drupal 10 only or Drupal 11. So just have a play with it. And yeah, I don't really have a recommendation for a module stack. But yes, another comment. Ah, yes, I think it's the equivalent version of WordPress. Ah, yeah, kind of. I think WordPress still has a better editor experience, in my opinion. I know a lot of people don't like Gutenberg, but for me, being able to just drag and drop images directly into the editor and just writing things is a good thing. You can install Gutenberg in Drupal, and I've done a video on that. But I think with WordPress, it's the ecosystem. There's a lot of plugins that can do a lot of things, and they are paid plugins as well, which is an interesting thing about WordPress, because webwash.net is a WordPress site, even though it talks about Drupal mostly. I know there's a few WordPress tutorials on there, and a tutorial on setting up. Wait, do I have one on setting up VMware 13 to run Windows 11? However, it's more professional than WordPress, of course. Oh, you might offend a few people if you say that. I don't know. WordPress has its place. Drupal has its place. Yeah, professional. I mean, it's a tough thing. Like, what is professional? So many times I've been using WordPress and I've thought to myself, you know what, it would be great if there was like views. And there are plugins, there are plugin ecosystems that are run by single companies that give you like the whole views functionality, but you need to then invest and buy their plugin, and then you're kind of locked into their system. Now, is that a good thing or a bad thing? You end up being locked into something. Well, you're technically locked into you're always locked into something. It's just how easy is it to get your content out? That's the most important thing. That's what you need to deal with. So, yeah. So, yeah. Oh, so there we go. That is Drupal CMS in a nutshell. But I do hope with this whole recipes, I do hope that we get to a world where you can install Drupal and then just pick and choose functionality from some type of browser, like project browser, and say, okay, I want my Drupal site to have subscriptions, be able to handle subscriptions, because I'm looking at that right now. I'm trying to figure out if I want to do like a community website around, well, have a WebWash community website, because all of my live streams are on YouTube, and and they are, and the only way I kind of like make money from them is through ads through YouTube. But I've always wanted to then grab those videos. Well, I've got those videos already. I've got like 25, 26, 27 videos, long videos. It's clogging up my hard drive, and then cut them up into ad-free versions and just make them a bit shorter and just put them up somewhere. And then people can support the channel and support what I'm doing um, by joining the community. And also you get to join and ask questions, and then we can do live stuff as well. So anyway, that's what I'm thinking of doing. And I've been looking at potentially using Drupal to build out this community, because when you look at membership sites, they're not cheap. They all, yeah, they're starting at like $50 US a month or 100 US a month. And they want you to pay 1 year upfront. So that means you're forking out comes some between $500 and $1,000. And so I was looking at, maybe do I create a basic thing in WordPress or Drupal? Yeah, I don't know. But it would be good if I could then say, download Drupal and say, I want a course system with subscriptions. Install 2 modules or 2 recipes, and I'm done. And that's it. Anyway, I can dream. It's like that. All right. Well, that is it from me. Any other questions before I wrap up? Thank you very much for joining. Had a fun time. How was your stream going? It's still all right. Cool. Perfect. Anyway, have a great weekend, everyone. And I'll see you all next time. Take care.